Alright guys, a little bit of backstory on me. I'm sharing with you guys some old videos that I've made for friends and other companies and things like that. And this is a video. So basically, I'm starting YouTube now because I am retired. I am done working. I just retired from my job about 2 months ago, and this whole YouTube thing was actually my wife's idea and my friend Eric Katzenberg. So this is that's why I'm doing this. But these are some older videos that I made back when I was working, and I was an executive protection agent for 21 years, and it was awesome. I retired from a director position I was at for 8 years, and these are just you guys have seen some older videos come up from 2019, 2020, when I was just bored, COVID, sitting in my office, and other guys asked me to make videos for them. So that's what I did, and I have a couple of these videos and I wanted to share them with you guys. Today's video is just kind of on the knives that I was using. That has changed a little bit since retiring, but not really. I still have the same knives. So instead of just making another knife video, which I will probably do, and if you guys want to see that, let me know down below in the comments. But I just thought I'd share this old video with you that I made in my office during COVID. So enjoy it, guys. Like, subscribe, share it, all that good fun stuff. I'm not doing this channel to make money. I'm doing this because I just want to share all the knowledge and things that I've learned from YouTube, and then from all the really cool, awesome people I've gotten to meet and work with in my life. So that's why I'm doing this. Enjoy the video. Boom. What's up? All right, so today I'm still on this whole COVID thing right now, but I was gonna send in my pocket knives to be sharpened, and so I just so happen to have my 3 primary pocket knives that I carry on me at all times. So I thought I'd share those with you. Now, having said that, I also have a small Gerber multi-tool that I will carry on me from time to time as well. And I'm actually going to show that to you right now. Okay, and we're back. Sorry, that was in the car and I went through a wet plant, so my pants got all wet because it's pouring rain out here right now. Anyway, this is the small Gerber multi-tool I will carry on me from time to time. And I use this thing a lot. As you can see, it's pretty well worn, and it has a great little knife on it as well. Has a little seatbelt cutter, has a nice little knife with a serrated blade, and then I've got flathead and Phillips screwdrivers right there. So this is on me quite a bit, but we're gonna get into the fun stuff. So all of my Emerson knives were gifts. So the first one we'll talk about is by far my favorite, and this is the Emerson Patriot. And it has, the wood handle here is made from wood from George Washington's farm. Yeah, they actually send you a certificate showing where the wood from his farm was harvested from. And then this is a George Washington penny. So this is the knife right here. I'm hoping this focuses in. And it's a beautiful knife. I absolutely love it. This one was made back, it doesn't have a date on it. Most Emersons have a date on them. But my wife, when she met me, she heard me talk about this. She got on a waiting list for like a year. And then she gave it to me for my birthday. About 5 years ago or so. So this is awesome, and it's kind of my nice knife. Like I wear it when I'm, like if I ever wear a suit or something like that, I wear this knife, or date night, or just kind of dressing up. It's definitely not an everyday knife. For the most part, it's sitting on my nightstand most of the time, but it's by far my favorite knife that I own, and it means a lot to me, and it's just a very, very cool knife. Second here we have two knives that were given to me by this guy right here. This big, jacked, sexy dude here. Sexy little Filipino. His name is Caleb, and this is our old friend Costi. God rest his soul. He's passed away as of recently. But this is us in Bangkok, Thailand at Bangkok Jiu-Jitsu. So we went there and has great training there. Look them up. It's a Half Gracie school in Thailand, run by an American guy. Good dude. Anyway, Caleb here has been a friend of mine for a very long time, and he has given me 3 knives. One of the knives was a Strider that he had with him. He was in the Marine Corps, and he carried that Strider in Fallujah. But he gave me 2 other knives. My original Emerson was also a gift from a friend of mine named JJ, and that knife was stolen from me at a train station in Paris. So when we got back, I was just wrecked, when I lost it. And Caleb gave me his original Emerson. And this is what's on me, I'd say probably 50% of the time. This knife was made back in 2005. Most of the Emersons are dated on the blade, which is really cool. This is a CQC 11, and I love this blade. It's extremely well used, as hopefully the camera is focusing on and you can see. But it's just a great kind of do-it-all blade and knife. And apparently, from what Caleb said, this knife's worth a bunch of money right now. And he asks me every once in a while, like, you still got that CQC? I'm like, yeah, of course. He's like, you know what it's worth now, right? I guess they're worth a lot of money because people collect these Emerson knives. I can't remember owning a pocket knife before an Emerson. So I've been a huge fan of the wave opening system, which you saw at the beginning of the video, but I will just demonstrate one more time. It is really a true single hand opening device that I don't have to take it out and then flip it open. It just opens up as I pull it out of the pocket, and I'll do it kind of in slow motion here so you can see as I'm pulling it out. That wave feature hooks onto the jean or pant and starts to open it, and if you do it with some force, it opens the blade. So I remember when I first got one of these knives, I just was sitting there flicking it out of my pocket all the time, and almost all of my jeans have this nice little wear mark in them, and they're all torn up from this thing hitting it all the time. So this is kind of my go-to knife. But on my wedding day, Caleb was one of my groomsmen. This beautiful little Asian man here was one of my groomsmen, and he gave me this small little Emerson knife. Now this is kind of one of my primary carries. This is what I have on me almost all the time, because I don't always need a fighting knife on me at all times. I need just something to cut boxes open and things like that. But it's this small kind of multi-tool. I don't know if they make this anymore, but if they do, buy one. It's got kind of the same blade as the CQC, but it's got these nice serrations here, which is great, especially with like zip ties or something like that, cutting those off. But it's got the blade here, and then you go to one side, it has a Phillips screwdriver, and it locks at the 90 position as well as straight up. So, and then you just release it by this lock right here, and you can torque down on things if you need to. And then on the other side of it here, it has the flathead, which I have broke. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm going to send this in to Emerson along with the CQC and get them sharpened. And hopefully he's going to replace this flathead for me as well. But same thing, I use these quite a bit. And then it also has in here this little pick. I don't really use this for much of anything. I've used it a couple times as like a carbon scraper, but for the most part, this part of the knife doesn't really get used very much, but it is there. And I love the multi-tool function of this knife. It's nice and small, and as far as my EDC goes, this is definitely in there. When I'm on duty, this is the knife in my pocket. I want a smaller knife because I have a larger knife in that kit, and I also have a multi-tool in that kit as well. But this knife's kind of just with me quite a bit. I love it very much. And if you can get your hands on one of these, I highly recommend you do it. Both these knives have a G10 grip. These grips have lasted forever. The screws on this, one time backed out a little. I took a little bit of Loctite and just dipped it on there and put these back in, and they've never come out. Used to have a little lanyard on here. It got in the way. I didn't like it. But I cannot recommend these Emerson knives more. He makes a great product. Ernie Emerson's a great guy. It's a family business here in California. Now, I also have this little guy, which was a gift as well from my friend Chris. And it's like a miniature samurai sword. It is crazy sharp. And sometimes I will carry this kind of inside the waistband in the front, CCW. So not always. Again, it's something, sometimes I'll do it with a suit. If I don't want to have anything in my pockets, I'll throw this right there. It's just another great little knife. It's made by CRKT, which I know stands for something, but it's like Columbia River something, knife and tool, I think. Columbia River knife and tool. So this is a cool little knife. It's called the Obake. It's designed by some ninja knife maker, and it's really, 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 really sharp. I have a larger version of this knife that was given to me by Mike Pannone, and it lives kind of in my garage. I use it for basically if I need to cut anything. It's a nice knife, and it was on a rig for a while. So these are sort of the 3 or 4, 5 knives or tools I'll have on me on a daily basis. And I just thought I'd share those with you guys. Again, highly recommend you check out Emerson knives if you're looking for just a good pocket knife. They're not cheap. They're all around or just over $200, but I can't say enough good things. And to me, the wave opening is the truth. Now, there was a company, I forgot the name of it. I think it was Kershaw, bought the patent rights to this wave opening, and they were making some really nice cheap knives for like $15-20. And when we would travel overseas, we started taking those with us because we could open them the same, and we're not crying if we end up losing the knife over there. So this is for those of you watching this that are my close friends. Some of you have received this as a gift from me. Between that and a Mont Blanc pen, that's kind of my highest gift I'll give somebody. Like when somebody becomes a good friend of mine, this is sort of my number one gift to give them. I give them an Emerson knife, and I've been privileged to buy a few of these for some really great friends and great Americans. Some good barrel-chested freedom fighters out there that are still using them. Fun story, one of my buddies is an LA County SEB guy, you know who you are. I bought him a knife, I give it to him, it's this big old thing. He's like, super appreciative and excited and stoked. Like the next day we go to the range to shoot together, and he takes the knife out and he throws it at the target. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, well, now I don't have to worry about it. So that was funny. Daryl, love you, man. Anyway, check out these knives, guys. I hope that was helpful. Everybody, stay safe out there. See you next time.